So there's this RGJ.com story. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders picked up an endorsement from a Nevada superdelegate, but still trails. Erin Bilbray, the daughter of former U.S. Representative James Bilbray, Democrat from Nevada and founder of Emerge Nevada, announced on Monday she would be supporting Bernie Sanders. She's feeling the burn, right? He'll know, feel the burn. And Bilbray is also a member of the Democratic National Convention, and she said that she's been leaning towards Clinton, but felt Sanders was more focused on fixing the political system. Now, I'm glad that this, Erin Bilbray is on Bernie Sanders' side. I'm glad. But who is she? I mean, she ran for Congress in 2014 and she lost. She's the daughter of a congressman. She's the founder of Emerge Nevada, which is trying to get more women in politics. So that's, I'm not saying she's not an important person, but why do only 4,000, or so, 4,764 total delegates get to choose and nobody else does? Who the fuck, actually, I've looked at the rules. The rules are pretty complicated, so I guess we'll just have to sort of go with them and try to, make do with what we got. Now, I want to go through the numbers actually right now. But first, I'm going to fucking call out some of these assholes. So you got Pete Aguilar, California. He's already pledged, to Clinton. Maggie Allen, Jill Alper, Dennis Archer, Patrice Arndt, Brad Ashford, John M. Osman. Who the fuck are these people? Who the fuck are these assholes? These motherfuckers have already said that they want to endorse Clinton. I don't understand that at all. I feel like they're going ahead and endorsing somebody who their personal preference is. Fuck a superdelegate. I mean, I'm pissed off that there's delegates, and then now we got superdelegates. So the superdelegates, before any American has voted, before anybody has said, any working class American has decided or has voted, pulled the lever, choosing who they want to vote for, these assholes have already said that they want Hillary over Bernie. Fuck them. These establishment assholes, these super delegates. These are either politicians or wealthy people. These are not regular working class people. So there's a list on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia, I think this is a tremendous list. You actually have a list of every single name. We should have a list of all 4,764 delegates, because those are the ones that's going to actually cast their ballot at the Democratic National Convention. So let's take a look at the numbers, okay? I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, because all these people could actually change their minds. They could get to the Democratic National Convention and change their minds. They could vote for something else. But I remember with Obama versus Hillary, Obama just got out, just in front of Hillary, and he was able to maintain that lead all the way throughout. So the superdelegates are 747. There's 747 superdelegates out of the total 4,764. That represents 16%. So you got 16% of the candidates, of the delegates are super delegates. Well, 16% isn't the majority. That means we've got, 84% of the delegates to still win. I mean, to just count Bernie out immediately just because some elitist fucktard, wants to go ahead and say, well, I don't know, he's a socialist. There's Sandinistas all across America. So in every state, if every one of us was to put the pressure on our own delegates to make sure they vote for, the state that they represent or that they had chose, right? If Iowa chooses Bernie, then Iowa's delegates better fucking vote for Bernie. Or I should say when Bernie wins Iowa on February 1st, which is just, 3 weeks away, when he wins Iowa, when he wins Nevada, South Carolina, and New Hampshire, and then he wins all those states on March 1st. And actually, I'm going to go through the states here in a second, but let's go with the numbers. 747 of 4,764, 16%. Now, you have, here's the numbers according to Wikipedia. I'm looking at the list of Democratic Party superdelegates 2016, and then I'm also looking at this page, Democratic Party presidential primaries 2016. So they have how many delegates are going to come from the states, and then how many superdelegates. So far, out of the superdelegates, you got 713 superdelegates that they've tallied on here, and 331 have gone for Shitlery, and then you have 8 superdelegates feeling the burn, and then you got 3 going with Martin O'Malley. So that's incredible. Martin O'Malley isn't like even in the race, but he still has, you know, a superdelegate. And when you want to look at the list of Democratic Party superdelegates, this is awesome because there's an actual list. This is Wikipedia. This could be, you know, this is updated regularly. We could see, you know, who all these fuckers are, but I'm getting off track a little bit. Okay. How many people do we have? What do the numbers actually look like? So you have, the numbers on here is actually a little bit different. They're saying that you have 335 who's for Hillary, 9 who's for Bernie, 3 who's for Martin, and then you got 366. 366. So you got the majority of the superdelegates that hasn't even chosen one way or another. Well, the majority is how elections win, right? You need over 50%. That's how they win. Well, Hillary hasn't got fucking 50% of the superdelegates, so, you know, fuck their propaganda, fuck their bullshit. You have, you know, 335 is what this page is saying. The other one was saying 331. I went ahead and factored it with 331. So, 331 of 747 is 43%. That's less than 50%. Then you have, you know, the uncommitted, it's about 50%. 371 of 747, it's about 50% hasn't committed. And then, let's see, out of the entire total, 331 out of 4,764 represents 7%. 7% isn't the majority. It's not even close to the majority. Again, nobody's pulled a fucking lever, and these assholes are already saying, well, I'm going to go ahead and vote. Fuck that. That's like the Electoral College just coming right out and saying, look, we don't care about the primaries or the democratic process. We're just going to go ahead and choose, I don't know, who's the douchiest Republican I could think of. Ted Cruz. We're just going to go ahead and vote for Ted Cruz just because, you know, fuck the American voters, fuck the whole process. We're the Electoral College. We can vote however the hell we want to. And the whole point of the Electoral College is bullshit. It's supposed to refine our vote because the dumb rabble, the stupid masses, they might, you know, get in a huff and they choose somebody that's actually for the people. So you need the Electoral College to sort of refine the rabble's vote to protect the opulent from the masses. That's James Madison. That comes out of the Federalist Papers. So when you look at the numbers, the so-called superdelegates that have already pledged to Hillary, fuck them, they're a bunch of shitheads anyways, but they only represent 7% of the total delegates, and so it's not even close to being a majority. So what's the game? What's the plan? How does Bernie Sanders win? How does he win? He has to win every single state. He's got to win the primaries, and then he's got to win at the Democratic National Convention. When he wins at the Democratic National Convention, we could celebrate. We'll need to work for the general elections, but when he wins the Democratic National Convention, I think that's the determination of the president. That's the presidential race right there. There is no Republican Party. It's in shambles. It's just an insurgency right now, so it's pathetic. And good, because fuck a Republican. You know, they've totally destroyed this fucking country. And, you know, even Warren Buffett is like, please, can you all tax me? I want to help America out. You know, more infrastructure, healthcare, education. And Republicans like, no, more for us and fuck everybody else. More for the oil companies. Now they're protesting up in Oregon, right? Because they want to take all the oil and timber for us. We want all that oil. We want all that timber. Well, let's give it to the people. Okay, so the ground game. The ground game, we don't, you know, we still have a chance at the National Convention, 4,764 total delegates. Well, every one of the states that have binding delegates, therefore, if the state votes for Bernie Sanders, the state votes for Bernie Sanders, they have to vote for Bernie Sanders, right? So, I mean, if Iowa votes, I don't know if Iowa's binding or not, but I think those are important because if the primaries, the American people, and I keep on saying Iowa, let's use any other fucking state, but the first 4, I'm just going to choose one out of a hat here. Oklahoma. Okay, so if we got Oklahoma that goes ahead and votes for Bernie Sanders and they're a binding delegate, then they must vote for Bernie. They must vote for him, so they have no fucking choice. That is is, we need to target that. So every state, and it isn't just 50 states. Actually, there's like 57 areas here on the Democratic primary, presidential primary list. You have 57 things, choices to go through. Some of them are territories like Guam, there's Marianas, there's American Samoa, and you have 4 superdelegates from American Samoa who've already pledged their support to Shitlery, to fucking Hillary Clinton. They've already supported it. So fuck those 4 superdelegates. America Samoa, I think it's, that's wonderful that they get a choice, that they get to weigh in. But you got 4 superdelegates, 4 elitist fucking pricks coming out of American Samoa, who's going ahead and saying, hey, I want Shitlery to be president. So, not just shit, but Shitlery, Shitlery. Anyways, fuck them 4 superdelegates. Fuck them fucking 4 superdelegates. What the fuck? Them assholes are going to sit there and pledge their vote for somebody else? I mean, okay. So those, there's 50 states, right? But there's 57 sort of categories, and most of them are, the extra 7 are the territories, but then you have Democrats abroad, and so I think Democrats abroad are the military who's, serving overseas. So they get a vote, and they get a vote from March 1st to March 8th. And so that's the ground game, is to collect as many of these delegates as you can, so when it comes to the Democratic Convention, we can win. And that's how Bernie is going to win, to collect as many superdelegates and regular delegates. He can still win the superdelegate race. He can win the regular delegate race. And then once the scales tip, once it's a statistical impossibilty for Hillary to win the nomination, then, she'll have to endorse Bernie, and then he gets all those votes. So to just, 300 people want Bernie, okay, or they want Shitlery, so 300 people want Shitlery, so we're just going to throw in the towel? No, don't fucking throw in the towel, because 300 assholes, including the 4 superdelegates from American Samoa, want to... go with Shitlery. So what do we got here? Well, we got the ground game. Woo. I want to mention this, just sort of, this is how the states work, okay? Iowa and New Hampshire, they weigh too much, but essentially with Iowa and New Hampshire, Bill Clinton had lost those. So to assume that if you win in Iowa, you win in New Hampshire, then you just win the whole thing, it just gives a good indication. But the polls and the audiences and the crowds, this is going to go the whole fucking time. And this is going to go all the way to June 14th. So we're going to have, it's January, February, March, April, May, June 14th. We still got 5 months. 5 months of voting and discussing. And until one of them gets out so far that it's statistically impossible for one or the other to win, then you can't discount anybody. So fuck the media with that stupid bullshit. So here's how the map is going to go down. February 1st is Iowa. So February 1st is, Iowa, so they're going to vote. February 9th, New Hampshire. February 20th, Nevada. February 27th, South Carolina. On March 1st, they call that Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday, you got, Alabama, American Samoa. Again, American Samoa is because they are one of the first ones to actually vote. They have, they got power. They got more, of an influence versus, Kentucky, my home state. We're the 47th state. Out of 57, the list of 57, including territories, we're the 47th state. So talk about completely almost irrelevant. We were relevant in 2008 because it was a close race. That's the only way these last states will become relevant, if it's a close race. I think it's going to go pretty far down the line. So Kentucky will be relevant, but they're not as nearly as relevant as the Super Tuesday states. Virginia, Vermont, Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Georgia. The Democrats abroad is March 1st to the 8th. Colorado, Arkansas, American Samoa, and Alabama. Okay, all these states, and then Super Tuesday is a big indication, because after Super Tuesday, you've had 16 states. 16 states have weighed in. Again, that's not the 57. I'm going to say states just because it's easier to sort of think about. even though there's territories and then there's the military abroad, but that's they're nation states, right? Okay, so anyways, so 16 states, and still you got 57 states to get, and that's 41. So you still have 41 more states, so it's not over. Super Tuesday isn't over, but Super Tuesday will give you a good indication of who's winning, who's in front, who's not in front. Then you have March 15th is another big one. 5 states vote on March 15th. Super Tuesday is huge because you got 12 states. 12 states vote on that day. So since 12 states vote on that day, that's the big main thrush. If one of them gets the momentum, one of them gets out in front, and just like Obama, he just kind of stayed out in front in 2004. So on March 15th, you got 5 states who's going to be voting on the same day. Then you'll have 20 states who have weighed in by March 15th. On April 26th, you'll have 5 states that vote, and that'll be 43 states total. And then on June 7th, you'll have another 5 states that vote on the same day. So these same day voter, that makes it a big fucking deal. June 7th, that'll be 55 states total. Then June 14th, DC votes. The fucking capital, they get the last. Talk about DC is like the most irrelevant voters in the entire process. They're the last ones. But if it gets close, they could be the deciding factor. But they usually, the elections are over way before. Usually the media calls it by Super Tuesday. They're so vapid and vague, and they don't want to actually get to the they don't want to give. They don't understand the process, so they just give their sort of distilled version to the dumb American public. Here's your, low information voters. Here's what we understand, you stupid fucking sheep. But it's more complicated, and so you actually want reporters that are smarter than the electorate and everybody else, just so it will be distilled down in a smart way. I'm not distilling shit. I'm talking to you like like I would want you to talk to me. And then after June 14th with DC, you still have Marianas. I don't even know, Marianas, I assume it's like an island or some sort of territory. I don't even know where that's at, but it's 57. And that election is to be announced. So that's the entire process. So the ground game is to win every one of these fucking elections, win every one of these primaries. When Kentucky comes around, the 47th state, get people out. What kind of people do you need to get turned out? You need, just not only the Democrats, but actually I think you need everybody else. You need the Democrats who typically don't vote. You need, I don't know, you're probably too late to register now, so just, if you can't register, then fuck off. This is only for the Democrats. If you're a Democrat, you need to get out and you need to go vote. If you typically haven't gone and go vote, well, you need to do it right now, which is... usually you got about a month, I would think, before to register. So if you're unregistered, go out and fucking register, see if you can vote as a Democrat. If not, then the fucking Democrats that typically don't vote need to get out and go fucking vote. So if you're a Democrat, fucking vote. and the young people and typical ones who don't vote, unregistered, registered Democrat, and then vote in the Democratic primary. We need to have a push, a turnout of all the Democrats in all these states, and they need to vote Bernie. In fact, here's the biggest block, okay? The millennials, the young people. We need the young people to go vote. If we don't get the young people to go vote, then, it's not that it's all over, but young people they more likely side with Bernie Sanders. But here's the deal. With millennials, you have a bigger bubble. The millennials are the baby boomers of the baby boomers. The baby boomers have been able to essentially force their will on American politics forever. They want to say no to socialism, but all them fucking baby boomers have got Social Security. They're living on a check. They get a check every goddamn month. And so they're going to sit there and say, oh, no, we earned it. We paid for it. No, you didn't pay for it. You paid for your old people. We're the ones paying for you right now. So they don't mind taking our damn money, right? The wealthy and the 1%, the bankers, they don't mind socialism for the rich. That's okay when we got socialism for the rich, but socialism for the people. If we don't have socialism for the people, why do we have a government? If we don't have a government that actually helps the people, what the fuck are we doing? Why do we have a government at all? I'm socialism or else, Bernie or bust. We got a chance to have an electoral revolution, a peaceful electoral revolution, and this opportunity is only going to come once in our lifetimes. So, that's the game plan. The game plan is to follow every single one of these elections, to go down the line, to win every single one of these, to get the Democrats to vote in the primary. And once they win, Bernie Sanders wins those primaries, then we make sure those guys are counted, and we, keep and if we do win a state, and it's a non-binding state, and then they want to steal it, they want to flip over no, fuck that. That's when you feel the burn. Just like Debbie Wasserman. She tries to fuck over Bernie, right? And she's all like, well, he data breach and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she was all happy when she was announcing that shit, right? Just trying to steal the fucking election and give it to goddamn Shitlery. And then the next day, she was kind of like, well, we've talked, and it's not so clear. Yeah, she felt the fucking burn. So we need to make them all feel the burn. If the super delegates, the fucking 300, what the fuck, you assholes? Y'all need to feel the burn too. I think I'll just end it off with telling them all to fuck off. So let's see. I've already told some of these here. Aaron Bilbray, I think what she did was very courageous. So thank you, Aaron Bilbray. Richard Blumenthal, go fuck yourself. James Boland, fuck your mother. Suzanne Bonamici, you're a piece of shit. Cory Booker, oh man, I thought you was like the next fucking Obama. I thought you was a progressive. Fuck Cory Booker. Fucking Cory Booker is gonna fucking, turn his back on the American people, or, on Bernie. Socialism means to help the people. I'm a progressive who likes to get things done. Yeah, and you're also a warmonger, and you want the TPP, you want Keystone, you're a flip-flopping piece of shit. You've been against gay marriage until, basically, you're a political expedient, right? You have no principles whatsoever. As soon as the tides turn against you, then you jump on the bandwagon. Let's keep on going down here. Let's see, if anybody, I noticed Sherrod Brown. Fuck you, Sherrod Brown. He's supposed to be a good fucking guy, too. You ain't no good guy, Sherrod Brown. So fuck him. Cory Booker, I'm surprised by that. That's some bullshit. Cordella Burks, Sherry Bustos, G.K. Butterfield, Maria Cantwell, Lois Capps, Michael Capuano. Fuck all these assholes, okay? So let's celebrate some of the heroes, unless any of these other names jump at me. Richard Cassidy, good man. Richard Cassidy jumping up, for Bernie Sanders. Larry Cohen jumping up. I mean, if these assholes, they're going to fucking cheat, right? Cory Bookers, you're fucking Cory Bookers of the world, and you're Sherrod Browns. Those assholes want to go ahead and start sucking Hillary's dick right away. Bill Clinton is a goddamn fucking superdelegate. How the fuck did that happen? So Bill Clinton gets to fucking vote for his wife, right? Oh man, what a great process we got here. Wokan Castro, what a piece of shit. Judy Chu, she basically can chew my ass. David Cecilian, he's Sicily. Okay. So Larry Cohen, good man. Keith Ellison's a badass. That's cool. He's voting for Bernie Sanders. Good man. Let's see, who else we got? Raul Grujeval. So that's a good man out of Arizona. Good man. Dick Gephardt. Yeah, you could suck my dick, Dick Gephardt. Fucking prick. Al Franken. Fuck you, Al Franken. Al fucking Franken is Stuart Smalley motherfucker. He's establishment, right? So as soon as these assholes, Dianne Feinstein, the fucking establishment piece of shit, man. Look at these motherfuckers. Dick Durbin. And these are fucking elected officials already saying, oh, well, we're gonna go with our buddies in fucking Congress. Yeah, the American people don't want Hillary. They don't want more of the same. They're going to throw out the establishment. They've been throwing people out all across the country. They did it in Kentucky. They'll do it everywhere. But that's just how the American people are. They threw out the Republicans and put the Democrats in 2008. They're going to do the same thing in 2016 unless the Democrats actually have, a radical person that actually gives a shit, been wildly consistent, been marching with MLK for quite some time. That's the only way. If you have a moderate versus, if you have a authentic Republican versus a fake Republican, you have, let's say it's Trump and Hillary. Fucking Trump will trounce Hillary because Trump is authentically Republican. Well, that might not even be true. But he comes across as a authentic Republican, and she's a fake Republican, right? So that's what Jack Conway in Kentucky tried to do, try to be a fake fucking Republican, just throw all Democrats under the goddamn bus and run to the right and be like, well, I'm not a real Democrat because I don't support Obama or Obamacare or none of that shit. I'm for Keystone, I'm for the TPP. Okay, so Troy Jackson, he's for Sanders. Ann Kirkpatrick, fuck you, Ann. I take toilet paper and wipe with your fucking face. Ann Kirkpatrick, Amy Klobuchar, Sarah Kovner, Ann Custer. Custer's last stand is, what I look there. Hank Johnson, what a wank. Went more like Wank Johnson. Chad Nodlin, good for him. I'm kind of just skimming over these fucking sellout motherfuckers. Grace Napolitano, these assholes, they picked a motherfucker beforehand, So, yeah, I guess we need the superdelegates to come out. How are you going to pledge before the election? It's like these assholes don't know shit about how the elections are supposed to work. Bernie Sanders, he's the superdelegate. Good. So Bernie Sanders is going to vote for himself. So we always had one. Chuck Schumer, god damn it. Man, I'm so fucking Chuck Schumer, fucking Cory Booker, Dianne Feinstein. These pricks, they have got no, political fortitude whatsoever to stand up for what's right. They're going to kiss the fucking Clinton's ass. Maxine Waters, you're going to feel the burn. The American people are going to fucking light a fire right under every one of these motherfuckers' asses. John Wisniewski, he is for Bernie Sanders. So you got some good people out there, some good superdelegates. It's not a total loss. It's not even close to being a loss. I think Bernie is going to win. I'm confident that Bernie's going to win. He's got the momentum. He's got the excitement. He's going to be able to bring out the independents. More Republicans are going to vote for him because they're tired of their party being a national embarrassment. They cannot vote for Hillary. They absolutely, Republicans just, instinctually just hate Hillary for whatever fucking reason, usually bullshit reasons. But if you're a progressive, she's not a fucking progressive, so she just should, just quit that. A progressive is kind of a sellout fucking, she might have been revolutionary during the 90s. She wanted health care and she didn't get it. She said she waited for the revolution and the revolution never came. Well, the revolution's coming up your ass right now, and you weren't ready for it in 2008, and you're not going to be ready for it this time around. So, Kate Gunthorpe, don't give up hope, okay? This is our time. This is for the political revolution. This is where we come out and we actually do something. We organize ourselves, and even if he, I don't know. We hope for the best. We expect the worst. So even if the worst was to happen, then we got all these coalitions that will change the game in the local, state, and national politics in every single race for the rest of our lives. So create these institutions, create these political coalitions, start the new media, fuck the bullshit media, burn the media, feel the burn. Everybody needs, the establishment needs to feel the burn. 1 million poor people. If you're fucking poor, you need to, register and vote. If you don't give a shit about yourself, well then fuck you. I don't even want to, you deserve your damn poverty if you're poor and you don't go out and go vote. So, 28 minutes of me just fucking ranted, but, Bernie Sanders, not only does he have a chance, he's got a wildly, I'm optimistic. I mean, I guess I need to have more of an impact on the election, and so I want to do more. But Bernie Sanders, he's going to win. Bernie Sanders is already my president. So, viva la revolution, and feel the burn, everybody. Peace.